Do you feel you'd be failing yourself if you didn't push yourself? I get the impression you push yourself all the time. And it's the pushing, it's the kind of realisation that you're never really great at whatever it is you do. You never achieve greatness, but the journey is what it's all about. If you didn't do that to yourself, would you feel as though you've failed yourself? Be more than just disappointed, just a failure. Just remember, most of the population don't want to push themselves at all.
I push myself all the time, much more than I have to. And sometimes that cannot be a good thing. I think you have to have a bit... I try and keep a bit of perspective on that, and not... Because I think I can push myself too much into one way of writing, maybe, and you lose perspective, or you don't realise that, gosh, I've written the same song 3 times over in the last month. You know, like, to do something else. But I work really, really hard at what I do. And it is because I want everything I do to be the best thing I've ever done. And you can't even begin to find that movement. And I don't think I've ever done the best thing I've ever done. But having that as the goal really does make you stretch yourself all the time. And I feel that's how it should be. I would never want to do something that I knew I hadn't tried my absolute 100% best to make it as good as it could possibly be, and stretch myself and my potential to its maximum every time. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't want to do music anymore. I wouldn't want to do anything, present things to people anymore, unless I know that's as good as I could make it at that time in my life. I'm not saying it's brilliant, but that's as good as it could be. And then I'm not satisfied until it's like that.
Do you like fame?
That's a really difficult question. I mean, I'm not one of those people that goes around feeling poor me because I don't have quite as much quietness and obscurity as I want to. And I mean, I live a very quiet life, and I think that it's how you conduct yourself. I don't actually think of myself as particularly famous, you know, at all. I mean, certainly not if you measure yourself against Madonna or somebody, you know. Right. I just go about my daily business, whatever city I'm in. I hardly ever get noticed, and I think it's the way you conduct yourself as well. I mean, I do a lot of stuff on my own, and I don't go around looking...
But I mean, if the next album was to sell 10 or 15 million copies, and you were up there at the top of the charts battling away with Christina Aguilera, could you take it?
I mean, it seems...
And all that implies.
Laughable to me at the moment. But yeah, if I was to go down that route and imagine it, I think I would find it really uncomfortable. I don't think I could take it.
What about, say, you did music for a movie or something, and you got an Oscar nomination or something, and that implies the red carpet and all that implies as well. I mean, I know that you have this trepidation, I know, about the studio, you can't stand it. Okay. You have a bit of trepidation maybe about going out live. You don't like the idea of it, and once you're out live, you absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the trepidation you'd have for the red carpet, would you kill yourself before you'd walk down that carpet, would you?
Probably wouldn't go, actually.
But you're nominated for an Oscar. It's called Rude. I mean, I know for a fact that you were brought up extremely well mannered.
I was, yeah.
That'd be rude.
It would, actually, wouldn't it? Yes, yeah, no, I feel really bad. Yes, it would. No, I'd go.
And enjoy it. The thing about the studio, by the way, that you don't like, I know that like you bring in sort of fragrances and do things. That's one thing. It makes the studio feel better or make it smell better. Whatever. Does it? I mean, I know this, well, whatever. I don't know what the. Gosh, I'm a bloke.
I don't take fragrances.
Whatever. You make it smell different than
me
some.
Sound like
okay, let's put it this way then.
Thing.
Some smelly rock and roll band have just been used in the studio over the last few weeks. So you bring in something to make it smell better. Okay.
Well, I've got a new solution. I don't go to studios anymore. So. Right. I just know I'm never going back to one again. Really, that is a solution. I was just wondering if, if actually what you do, that some nebulously different thing that the air smells different, can actually make the music sound different as well. I try and in the past when I've worked in really sterile studios, I might just take one or two things that make me smile, you know, whether it's some little ornament or something. But no, I don't. I might have in the past taken fragrances and stuff and then gave up on that and thought that's a bit hippie nonsense, really. No, I don't do that. And I think now I just don't ever want to go back into those sterile studio situations because I feel so uncreative in them.
Are your ambitions, are they confined to a kind of an artistic achievement? Or have you other ambitions in your life?
Ooh, that's going quite deep, isn't it?
It's going without having to be specific if you don't want to, but you can be general.
No, I mean, I think I try and keep a perspective on not my work being my entire life. And it's really hard to even say work. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like life. I wouldn't want to say my music and my songwriting is my work. It does not. It's me. That's who I am. That's the way I live. But I am always aware that there are a lot of other very important things in life to give one perspective on that thing that's really important to you. And I try a lot, and I'm still trying